Hi, Sean.
Hey,
I
Mandy,
think
how you
it
doing?
took a moment to connect us. I just like the second before had sent a text and then you popped up. So I think it just took a minute to connect.
No worries.
How's it going?
I'm going. Been a long
Yeah.
week. Been a long week.
Oh,
Had to travel.
yeah.
Had to travel to like the Maryland, D.C. area, which I
Okay.
totally don't miss that area at all.
Oh,
Oh my God, 2 hours to get from the airport to the hotel at like 2 in the afternoon.
yikes.
When the trip back took me 35 minutes.
Whoa. That's
I guess
bonkers. I'm
time of
sure
day
the
stuff
time of
in.
day affects it for sure.
But yeah, I was
And then
like,
direction you're going.
well, there was that, and then construction, and like
Oh, yikes.
a lot of mitigating factors. And I'm just like, I really, really don't miss this area at all.
Hmm. Oh.
At all.
So did you used to live there?
I lived near it.
Hmm.
I grew up in Virginia, like about 2.5 hours south. So like it was very easy once I hit my teen years to be able to go like just drive up to DC.
Sure, right.
And I had a friend who went to Art Institute of Washington. Um, I don't even know if that's there anymore, to be honest with you. Mm. But yeah, I went and friends and I went and visited him frequently, and it was just one of those like there was always traffic, and I'm just like, man, there's like you'd think somebody would do something, and then I'm like, here I am, 20 years later, and
Yeah.
it's just as bad, if not worse. So it was just one of those like I want this trip. Like I was out of the airport maybe 20 minutes. I'm like I already want to turn around and go home. I don't want to be
Yeah.
here. I don't want to be here.
Oh, I'm not a fan of crazy intense traffic either.
It would be one thing if it was just like let's call it circumstantial things you can't
Sure,
control.
right.
Construction or an accident. The problem
Yeah.
with it is a lot of it comes from that whole area having super aggressive drivers.
Oh.
Super aggressive drivers. Like you give them 5 feet, they're coming in.
Hmm.
So it's like,
Yikes.
oh God. Like I got cut off more times than I care to count. So it was just one of those like, eh, go. I'm done. Leave me alone.
Oh.
Like I don't want to be here no more. I don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Oh, well, I'm glad you're home then.
Yes, as am I. Unfortunately, I haven't really had a whole lot of time to practice this
Right, because you were
because
traveling. That totally makes sense. Yeah. So then today will just be a practice session, basically, right? Just kind of a
yeah,
guided practice session with feedback, which can be a really nice way to spend a lesson too. So,
true.
um, why don't we do, I think we were mainly focusing on the descending part of our scale. So I would love to hear the full scale. Let's do four
Okay.
octaves.
Okay.
We're doing seven flats minor.
Yes.
Okay, great. Just
A
wanted
flat.
to confirm. Great.
There. Are we natural or harmonic?
We're going to start with natural. Can we
Okay.
change your sound settings first? Because you kind of like I can hear and then it's cutting out. Can you go to the microphone little arrow and go to audio settings?
It's different on mine because I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Manage settings. But,
So what I'm looking for when you get into the audio settings is the original sound for musicians.
I think I have that turned on. I think the other part is I turned my keyboard down a little bit.
Oh, okay, great.
That
Yeah.
could be it.
So also even if you turn it on when you log in, it'll be in the top right corner usually, and you have to click the little button and it'll turn it on.
Nope, that was the mute button.
Oh, but it could also be the keyboard as well. So yeah, it was like I could hear it some of it and then it would sort of like fade out. Yeah.
So
Oh, that's better. Yeah. Great.
there it is. Had to figure out what I was doing with thumb.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, good rule of thumb is that on the two black keys, you're using your two and three. On the three black keys, two, three, four. So then that
Mhm.
means your thumb has to cross in between those moments.
So the natural isn't too bad. It was the harmonic that I kept getting screwed up on.
Oh, okay. So that's
Like
good
I,
to hear because we've worked on the natural longer. So glad
yeah,
to hear that. Yeah, so natural feels good. Let's go ahead
yeah.
and try then our harmonic. So for harmonic, all we do is we raise the seventh. So what would that note be?
G.
Mm. Yeah, so as you're going up, we call that the leading tone. So instead of
Okay.
G flat, it's going to be G natural, which makes our ear want to hear that resolution to A flat.
Okay. So yep. So so same going down, right? I always forget. I always get the harmonic and the melodic mixed up. So by giving it multiple here. It, yeah. Yep. There. So I lose my place a little bit on that on the descend. Mhm. So I have it on three, two, one, three, two, one, four, three, two, one, two, one. That's the key to it for me. If I
Yeah.
don't, if
I
I
love
don't
that you
place,
made that discovery that you go, ah, that's what's catching me. That's what's
yeah.
tripping me up. So now we know that and we can work through that and drill that. So maybe
Yes.
we just drill that spot
So
just a little bit before the G and a little bit after, and you just play that over and over.
what it is it's on the on the decline that I've noticed at just a finger placement thing. I end the incline on A flat on three,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's G natural two, F natural one,
Mm-hmm.
D flat on, or excuse me, E flat on three, D flat on two, C flat
Yes.
on one. This is where I keep, I kept getting screwed up because
Yeah.
I'm not pivoting enough to bring B flat on
Mm.
four.
Right.
That's where it was
That
messing me up.
cross. Yeah,
So yeah.
so we probably have practiced crossing the two and the three
Mhm.
more. And crossing that four requires more flexibility, right? So maybe we just practice. Um, you could do like two to one to four to one to two to one to four to one. And just that coordination,
It
kind of like drilling a dance step, but with your fingers.
it wasn't like the stretch isn't even like it's not so much of a issue of motor skill. Like
Yeah.
that's fine. It's just remembering because like
Ah,
when I hit that C flat, it's almost inherently easier just to go to three, just because it's literally right there.
yeah.
But that puts me at one, three, two, and then it's like, oh crap, I hit the G natural at one, and
Yeah.
then it's off.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of remembering.
Right, that we don't cross on the G because in your head, maybe you
Yeah.
have it in there that anytime you have a white key, you're going to play your thumb. But you have to remember that the fingering is going to stay the same.
Yes. And that's like it's just a matter of making sure that the finger number, just because it's right there, doesn't mean. See, right there, I just did it.
Yeah,
Wasn't thinking about it,
right. It's just an
and
instinctive
yeah, it's just
impulse.
like I think it's one of those things that like I think running through it slow helps,
Hmm.
and then kind of speed running it.
Yeah.
Like being very deliberate with my finger placement from all right, two, one, four, three, two, one, two, four, three, two, three, two, one, three, two.
Hmm.
And then like just kind of sit right there, like even just I go into the just went into natural, not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
But I
Well,
found like when I
that's the one that
practice
you know better. So that
when I
makes sense.
when I practice, particularly with the scales, it's almost like a snail's pace at first,
Yeah.
and then I almost have to pick up pace
Mhm.
because in the instance of, like right now, right there,
Mhm.
I went to three, not four.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, for some strange reason, and I don't know if this is why my brain works like this, I learn better from panicked screw ups. Like,
We can learn more from our mess ups than by doing it right.
oh, and that's the thing is like it's not even like it's a scale, it's not a life or death situation kind of a thing, but like
Yeah.
the I don't know, the deranged panic sets in and it's like, oh crap, I'm screwing this up. And then it's like, oh crap, what did I do wrong? And it's like, now I gotta, okay, I've sped it up. Now let's break it back down.
Yeah.
What happened and why?
Right.
Like, we're gonna black box this bad boy.
Yeah.
So that's where it's like, okay, right there. And then it's like, okay, that's what was going on. So four, four, four. And it's like, oh, okay, that's where what like, and then I just try to slowly work that. Okay. And that's kind of how I build it up.
Mhm. Okay. So it seems like saying the note numbers out loud, the finger number that goes with the note out loud,
It
helps
it,
you.
it helps a little bit, yes.
Hmm.
There are moments where like there's not a clear connection to eyeballs, brain, and finger because I'll like say like, oh, like, three, two, one, two, like no, three, like
Hmm.
it's between two and four where I'm like, I say one thing, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Well, I'm not saying what I'm looking at. I'm just going off of like training or instinct or whatever you want to call it,
Hmm.
um, that we've worked on. And it's like, oh, why am I saying finger two when I mean finger three?
Hmm.
Two, one. And then like I've seen these videos of, mind you, they're like professionals, but like seven octaves like that. And I'm like, huh?
Hmm.
How?
Yeah.
The crazy one is watching some of the like there's this I want to say she's Japanese, just given facial structure, but like she does octaves, like or not octaves, she does arpeggios like that. And it's like it's not just down, she'll like down, up, down, up, down, up, down, all the way down, all the way up. I'm like, I think my brain just melted.
Yeah.
Like just watching the thing, like I can't even keep track. I'm like, I don't even know what note you started on. Like that's impressive.
Yeah.
Like I, you know, I wouldn't say it's something I aspire to. It's just more of a holy shit, that was impressive
Mhm.
when I fall down my YouTube rabbit hole. I need like a just a joint stretcher or something.
Aw,
Like, I don't know, like a medieval version of the rack. Just like somebody put this back in place or something. This is annoying.
yeah,
I all I did was sleep. That was it. Getting old
yeah.
sucks. This getting old thing is for the birds.
Aw,
Alrighty. Did we want to attempt melodic?
yeah.
So there we raised the sixth and the seventh on the way up, natural on the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it, that's how it would work, though, wouldn't it? A flat, B flat, C flat, B flat, E flat, F flat, G natural. And if I raise this, okay, now I'm starting to have derp moments. So that would be F. Okay, had a moment. Hang on a minute. Now this is where the fingering gets a little weird on this because I'm
Mm-hmm.
on my three finger at E flat. Am I swinging my thumb under everything or am I just using four? Because I've got two, three, one, two, three, and then the natural would have been one, but with the melodic we've got it raised, so that would be E flat on, and I have that on four. One, two. Is that how we want to go about that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So basically, whatever finger you used for natural minor, that's what you're using here for when you make the note natural.
Okay.
Same finger.
Okay. So I think that's where I got a little confused because I'm like, I can't, I'm on three on an E flat. I'm like, how am I gonna, like, I can, like, tuck my hand underneath, like, and, like, nope, that's not gonna work. Like, I can, I can flick it, but that's about it. It's not gonna jive
Yeah.
in a scale. So, then, nope, nope. Wait, yep, nope, nope, maybe. have one of those moments where it's like, okay, natural like doesn't sound right now. Like, but and then I think so oop, overreached.
Mhm.
Okay. The the raising the sixth and the seventh finger placement wise still feels a little weird just because I'm like, oh crap, four,
Mhm.
five, two.
Yeah.
So it's remembering. I think that's going to require a little remembering, like actually probably playing all three,
Yeah.
like with natural, harmonic, and melodic, one after the other. Just because, like, just getting more comfortable with, okay, on some of it, my thumb goes here. On some of it, my thumb goes here. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right. What should we work on next?
All right, good. So I would love for us to try now the melodic minor. So this would be you're going to, on the way up, you're going to play what? Do you remember?
I want to raise this sixth and the seventh.
Yes, the sixth and the seventh. And on the way down, you're going to play the natural minor
Yeah.
scale. All right,
Yes.
so why don't we try one octave hand
Okay.
separately first?
Okay. The after the E flat,
Yeah.
it still feels a little weird in the hand
Hmm.
playing that G flat technically on the four, G natural on one, and then back to normal position on A flat. That's a
Yeah.
little that feels a little squirrely, and then for some strange reason, I don't know why I'm having an issue with on the descend. Like for some bizarre reason, I don't know, maybe it's just because of the practice with the harmonic, it that that G flat doesn't sound right.
Mhm.
And I'm like, no, it is. Like, no, it is. So sound wise, there's some things where my brain's still trying to process it, but not hateful. Not hateful.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do it again.
Okay. Feeling pretty comfortable with that one.
Good. Excellent. All right. So then can we try, let's put hands together and try for 2 octaves.
Okay. It's that starting position with hands together that I'm always like, okay, cool.
Mhm.
Slow, slow, it's not too bad.
Well, that's good.
I only had like one like no finger go do this thing moment. So that was good. But yeah. Okay. Feeling pretty good about that one. That wasn't actually I feel pretty good. It wasn't too bad.
Good. Awesome. All righty. So then, good. Let's do the arpeggio. Let's do a 4 octave arpeggio.
Okay. This is the one that's always a little squirrely to me. Yeah, dagnabbit. Yeah, dag. Almost had it. Almost had it. One more time. There it is. A lot more use of the forefinger in the right hand um, than I was anticipating, but it actually feels a lot more comfortable utilizing that hand position wise.
Yeah.
So I think I have it at 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4. Yeah. So the 1, 2, 4 seems to be the magic finger like combo for that one,
Mhm.
which is good because I've been trying to utilize that a little bit better. Stupid shoulder. All right. So, do we want to try both hands or?
Yes, let's do it.
Hey. Hmm. There it is. Had to get a finger stretch in there.
Mhm.
There- Damn it. Hmm. So the left hand's a little tricky on the decline. Not terrible, but because of one, or excuse me, four, three, two, one, three, two, one. Yeah, so it's I started out on four, but I keep the three, two, one combo in the left hand. But going down, yeah, so, blah, blah, three. I find myself in putting myself in a position where I've got E flat on four, and then I'm having to like really swing under, which it works, but I don't know if that's technically correct.
Hmm.
Like one of those moments where I got to the finish line. I don't know if I completed all the objectives.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So taking it slow, maybe working hands separately, then try to put it together, hands together, and then
okay,
extend from maybe one octave to two to three to four as you get more comfortable. Okay?
okay, yeah, one octave isn't terrible. I mean that's actually pretty easy.
Hmm.
That it's the multi-octave ones that I think would be a good focus.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So maybe really drilling the four octaves hands separately and then
Okay.
trying to put those together. Yeah.
Okay.
Great. So let's go ahead and let's move forward. Why don't we do the Hannon exercise? Are we on number 6?
Yes, I think probably can. Oop, you still with me?
Yes, I'm still here.
Phone, stop being a pain in the butt. Pressed it on the lock button side of the phone, and I went to go pick it up so I could
Oh,
shift, and it locked the phone. I'm like, not what I was going for.
oh.
So I think, fingers crossed. I think I'm ready to move on to the next one after this.
Okay,
Because I mean,
great.
this one's gotten to a point where it's just spit polish.
Right.
Like that's
Okay,
it.
great. Yeah. So let's go ahead and go through it.
Okay. That that again, this is where it's like my fingers get tired or derpy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Let's see. Ah, just this one part. There it is. So yeah, again, it just every once in a while it's just a derpy finger, or but
Well, that
I don't
to me,
know.
though, says that we do need to keep working on it because we
Okay,
practice until we can't get it wrong anymore.
it's fair. That is fair.
Yeah. So we're going to practice this one again this week, okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and we're going to go to our technique exercise in your technique book.
Give me the page. All right. Hmm. Oh, I'm tired.
All right.
Just one of those moments of like, where's the it's a left
Yeah.
it's a left hand exercise. Pay no attention to the tired man on the chair on the bench. All right. Oop, ah, jumping too much there. Oop, I already overshot. Dagnabbit. So it's back at sea. So yeah, and then it's so other than the overshot, where I just kept on going. Yeah, this one's not as bad. It's just like the octave stretches, which I'm sure that's the point of this one.
Mhm.
Um, they definitely take their toll.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also remembering that when I get down to yeah, it's the transition pieces in each,
Yeah.
both the Henin and this. It's just for some strange reason that switch just trips me up.
Right. That makes sense.
Frustrating though.
Yeah. All right. So then for this one, what do you think is going to be your focus for practice this week?
Probably like you said, the transition from ascending to descending and making sure I can get that accurately.
Hmm.
So probably some slow practice to begin with.
Sure.
Um, I think also because part of it is that the that C3 also starts the decline. So
Yeah.
it's like it's it's like double hitting a note that feels wrong for some reason.
Right.
Um, Particularly in an exercise, it feels wrong
Hmm.
going like I don't know why. Just feels it's it's what's written there. It's what's correct,
Yeah.
but it's like this is squirrely.
Right.
But yeah, that I think that the leading up to probably so like the measure before the transition, the two measures at the transition and the measure after are probably going to be the primary drill spots.
Yeah. That makes sense. Great. So, do you want to drill those right now, or do you want to wait and work on those on your own?
I can work on those on my own.
Okay. Sounds good. So, why don't we switch over to your Bach piece now?
Okay. Oop, just without cutting out again. All right. Um, Again, the primary focus on this one is really the left hand.
Okay.
Um, because it's still first half of it, not terrible. It's I think it's also a little bit of a timing thing when I put hands together.
Sure.
That's still kind of giving me a little bit of a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Um, because I feel like one of the hands I'm taking too long, and I'm pretty sure it's the left
Mm.
hand.
Okay.
Um, because it's mainly it's this the
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure I'm taking way too long on that
Okay.
because when I have the right hand, the it's because when I drew the lines, the two G's in the right hand line up with the D in the left. And it feels for some strange reason it's like I'm waiting too long to play quarter
Mm.
notes.
Yeah.
And I think that just mentally just throws me off and keeps me off.
Right. Hmm.
Um, so that's something I'd like to get to, but the first half of this piece in the left hand, not terrible. I've got the notes.
Hmm.
There's only one stretch point that, mm, but and it's this.
Yeah.
Part always kicks my butt. So yeah. See? It's so that part, other than that A F sharp leap, that I'm like, that is saying something.
Yeah.
Like that part, not a problem. It's the transition into the second part where I'm still really all over the place. Not so much note wise, but hand placement wise.
Yeah.
Because the second part starts out at E3. So they don't really give me any finger guidance on this part, but I have it at one, two, five, one, two, four, excuse me. Four. And that it's from this. This is what kicks my butt.
Excuse me.
Plus,
Yes.
it's the E, B, E. And then it has, this is where it actually gives me guidance. It's got me at one, two, one. And following that makes a lot of sense. It's definitely where the fingers are supposed to be, but remembering to do it is what is kicking my butt.
Yeah.
Because from here it goes to B, D sharp, F sharp, B, F sharp, and this is another spot where it's calling F or the for the forefinger, three, two, and it's just one of those like it's a lot of finger placement in this, and I think that's kind of
Right.
what I need to focus
I agree.
on this one
Yeah.
because that's part of like drilling that in is part of what is well, I should say not drilling that in is part of what's killing me
Yeah.
because it's just it leaves me tangled and panicked finger wise in a spot that's pretty it note heavy.
Right. Hmm.
So like I think just drilling that first what two, three, eight measures of the second part
Right.
is going to be the primary focus on this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right there, like if I had just gone naturally, because they don't really give me much guidance right here,
Right.
um, they've got B A G, so B
Hmm.
A, and they've got G on three, but I get really nothing for the following measure, which is A B
Hmm.
B E, but they've got E on two.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely some slow play with figuring out and putting fingers in the right spot.
Right. Okay. Good. So we know what we need to focus on for this one. Okay. Do you want to play it some more?
I mean, like I've showed you, like the primary thing that is kind of sticking in my craw with this is the hands together portion because it so that measure not a problem.
Yeah.
See, and this is where it all goes to hell in a handbasket sometimes. And this is where it really goes to hell in a handbasket. Like that just feels like I know I'm trying to line everything up, but it just feels like I'm taking a not a count of three, but a count of 300 right there.
hmm
And
Yeah.
it's like it just feels and I really want to get to like particularly with the first part because I've drilled the bejesus out of the first half of this song.
Yeah. Well, I like to think of any silent moments as a note, that silence is the note that we're playing there. And the silence has a purpose. So part of the music is the silence. And there's a really famous performance where a famous pianist went and they sat and they played absolutely nothing. And then they bowed and they left the stage. And they were making the point that there's beauty in the silence as well, and that there's purpose to that silence. So I like to shift my mindset to I am placing a moment of silence there. And there's some reason, there's some impact that I'm making in that moment.
Okay. Hmm.
So seeing it as purposeful.
Hmm.
So if you think of, telling a story or of creating some kind of theme, or if you thought of why a person might give a gap, right? If they were telling a story, they were doing a monologue, why might they stop for a moment?
I mean, speaking from, my own thought process, I guess it would be either A, to remember something, or B, to pause to elicit an emotion,
Yeah.
or take in an emotion, I should say. Not so much elicit, but
Yeah.
take it in.
Giving them a moment to let what they just heard soak in and
Yeah.
prepare them with kind of a fresh, cleansed palate for the next thing that you're going to say or play. Very nice.
It's, it's again, like the, yeah, three beat, a tempo of, like, that's the suggested pace.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
But sometimes, we don't play it at that pace, and that's okay. We have that as a goal or a guideline, but we don't necessarily have to play exactly at that tempo. And
yeah, it
depending on
just,
where you are in the process, you might just still be working up to that.
that's fair. I mean, just one of those moments that I'm like, it's not wrong, but it's wrong.
That's okay. You're just still in the process of learning. And once you have it so in your fingers that you can no longer make a mistake, then it will come naturally that you will start going faster and faster and faster. It will just happen. You'll start to be more and more comfortable with that. Okay, so let's set the metronome. We're going to put it at the speed that you think that you can play it at, or maybe slightly less of that speed. And then we're going to try it again.
Eh, that sounds about right.
Okay.
So are we attempting the hands together on this?
Yes.
Mm. Like, damn it. Definitely need to get it in the fingers better. Yeah, this is woof. I can't tell if it's too slow or if it's take you let's take you up five. Let's see how that goes. I'm already biffing it up. Definitely need to try to work a little more hands together on this one too. It's I apologize. I'm falling apart with this.
That's okay.
Like bad.
So maybe we need to work on it with the metronome and first do hands separately and
Okay.
embrace those moments of silence, counting with the metronome. And then once you feel like you've gotten it very steady and consistent, then you'll navigate over and instead you're going to do hands together, right? So first you get really confident with that hands together, staying totally in time.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think you know what you need to work on this week, and we've kind of crafted a clear plan for how
Yes,
to progress this week. Do you think you'll have more time this week?
absolutely.
Good.
Um,
Awesome.
yes, that what I don't think I'm hoping there won't be much travel anytime soon.
Oh, that's
But
good.
but yes, I will definitely have more time. And I feel like I need it.
Yeah.
So that's not a criticism. I just feel like again, I've only had like 2.5 days worth of practice this week.
Yeah.
Some of
Right.
it some of it was crammed in, so
Mm-hmm. Right. Absolutely. Good. All right. So you'll have a lot more time this week, which is great. And then let's go ahead and we'll wrap up there for today because you have
Okay.
a clear plan. And then let's go ahead and we're just gonna let us be done there for the day and then try to get some good practice in this week, even if it's a short session, like a 15 minutes or a 10 minutes. Try to practice every day if you can, even if it's just for a small amount of focused practice time.
Okay.
Okay? Sound good?
Sounds good.
Nice. All right. Awesome work today, Sean.
Thank y'all.
I'll see you next week.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye.